Welcome, myself, Dr. Tridib Chattopadhyay, working as the librarian of St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College, Kolkata. The topic of discussion is project management, PERT CPM. This discussion comes under the module 2 MIS System Analysis and Control. This is course 5 Management of Library and Information Center. Project management is a multifaceted discipline that involves the planning, execution, and completion of projects to achieve specific objectives. With the growing complexity of projects in various fields, be it construction, it may be information technology, it may be healthcare, or event management, the importance of effective project management practices cannot be overstated. Two of the essential methodologies in project management that have gained traction over the years are the program evaluation and review technique, PERT, program evaluation and review technique, and the critical path method, CPM, critical path method. Both the methodologies provide project managers with tools to analyze and manage project timelines, allocate resources optimally, and mitigate risks, ensuring successful project delivery. After completion of this unit, we are able to understand the concept of project management clearly, the key phases of project management, the concept of PERT, that is program evaluation and review technique, and the core components of program evaluation and review technique, PERT, the advantages of PERT, program evaluation and review technique, the disadvantages of PERT, program evaluation and review technique, the concept of critical path method, that is CPM, and the core components of critical path method, the advantages of critical path method, the disadvantages of critical path method, the application of project management techniques for the publication of abstract bulletin, application of PERT CPM in library and information works and services. These will be understandable after completion of this unit. Now, we shall discuss what is project management. At its core, project management is about turning ideas into reality. It involves a series of activities or tasks that require meticulous planning and coordination of resources, including people, equipment, and budget. The Project Management Institute, PMI, defines project management as the application of knowledge, application of skills, application of tools and techniques to project activities to meet project requirements. A project is unique in nature, characterized by specific objectives, defined start and finish dates, and constraints related to scope, quality, resources, and risk. The project management life cycle consisting of 5 key phases. First key phase is the initiation, defining the project at a broad level and obtaining the approval. That is the first phase, which is called initiation. Next phase is planning, establishing the scope, establishing the objectives, establishing the tasks, establishing the timelines, and establishing the resource allocation. These are all comes under the phase planning. Next phase is execution. Implementing the project plan by coordinating people and resources. This phase is called the execution. Next phase is monitoring and controlling. Tracking project progress and performance to ensure alignment with the plan. The next phase is closure. Formalizing project completion, delivering the project to the customer or consumer, and documenting lessons learned. This phase is called the closure phase. Effective project management requires not only a robust understanding of these phases, but also the application of various methodologies and tools to ensure that projects are delivered on time, within budget, and to the desired quality standards. Now we discuss the PERT, that is Program Evaluation and Review Technique. Developed by the United States Navy in the 1950s, the Program Evaluation and Review Technique is a project management tool designed to analyze and represent the tasks involved in completing a project. Unlike traditional methodologies that emphasize a single timeline, PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique, relies on probabilistic analysis to estimate the duration of tasks, acknowledging that uncertainties may affect the overall timeline. The core components of PERT are: number one, data collection. At the heart of PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique, is the requirement for data related to the estimation of task durations. PERT utilizes three primary estimates for each task or each job. Number one, optimistic time. Number two, pessimistic time. Number three, most likely time. What is optimistic time? OT, optimistic time, the minimum possible time required to complete the task, assuming everything goes as planned. Next is pessimistic time, the maximum possible time required, assuming significant issues arise. Lastly, most likely time, MLT, the best estimate of the time required, assuming normal conditions. Next is network diagram. PERT uses a directed graph, that is network diagram, to represent the sequence of tasks. Each task is depicted as a node linked by arrows that indicate dependencies with an emphasis on establishing the critical path. Next point is critical path. The critical path is a PERT, that is Program Evaluation and Review Technique analysis, indicates the longest sequence of dependent tasks that determine the minimum completion time for the entire project. Identifying the critical path is vital because any delay in the tasks along this path will directly affect the project's timeline. What are the advantages of PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique? First advantage is flexibility in scheduling, accommodating uncertainties in task duration. Next point is visual representation of project tasks and their interdependencies. This is an advantage. Next is enhanced focus on critical tasks ensures efficient resource allocation. These are the advantages of PERT. What are the disadvantages of PERT? Number one, time intensive data collection and analysis can be cumbersome. Complexity increases with the number of tasks, making it challenging for large projects. Less emphasis on cost and resource management compared to critical path method. These are the disadvantages of PERT. Now we shall discuss about the technique CPM, critical path method. What is CPM, critical path method? The critical path method CPM emerged in tandem with PERT, albeit with distinct characteristics, developed in the late 1950s for industrial projects. Critical path method emphasizes the importance of time management and resource optimization. Unlike PERT, which focuses on uncertainty in task durations, critical path method assumes that tasks can be completed in predetermined durations, minimizing uncertainty through precise planning. The core components of critical path method are task duration, network diagram, flexibility with float time, critical path determination. What is task duration? Critical path method requires a single estimation for the duration of each task, making it less complex than PERT in this regard. Each task duration is fixed and identified upfront. Network diagram. Like PERT, critical path method also uses a network diagram to visualize tasks and their dependencies. However, in critical path method, the focus is primarily on identifying the critical path, which helps management to allocate resources effectively. Flexibility with float time. Critical path method introduces the concept of float or slack time, that is float time, which is the amount of time that a task can be delayed without affecting the project deadline. This allows project managers to prioritize tasks and manage resources more flexibly. Critical path determination. The critical path in critical path method represents the series of tasks that cannot be delayed without delaying the project. Understanding the critical path enables project managers to prioritize their efforts effectively, ensuring timely project delivery. Now, what are the advantages of critical path method? Number one, provides clear visibility of the project's timeline and interdependencies between the tasks. Number two, effective for projects with well-defined tasks and durations. Number three, streamlined resource allocation reduces potential bottlenecks. What are the disadvantages of critical path method? Number one, less effective in environments characterized by uncertainty and variability. Requires meticulous upfront planning, making less flexible to change. Focus on time may result in neglecting cost considerations if not balanced properly. The next point is application of project management techniques for the publication of an abstract bulletin. Receive, select and scan the articles from documents for the purpose of abstracting. Abstracting is a service which is provided by the libraries and information centers. So, if we are going to prepare an abstract bulletin, that may be a project. First thing we have to do that receive, select and scan all the articles from the documents for the purpose of abstracting. Next step is note the complete bibliographical citation of the documents on paper. Next part is prepare the abstracts on paper. Next is analyze the documents according to the concept and select the subject headings for the purpose of indexing. Next point is arrange all the abstracts according to the subject headings alphabetically. Next point is review and check all the entries. Next point is prepare the author index and title index according to the alphabetical order. Next, put the serial number to all the entries and prepare the content page. Next is checking and proofreading of all the entries accordingly. That is the entire document. The checking and proofreading is a vital and important point for any kind of job. regarding abstract bulletin or indexing. Next is printing the final document and finally binding the document. These are the steps to be followed for the purpose of abstract bulletin. Application of PERT or CPM, critical path method, program evaluation and review technique or critical path method in library and information work. Introduction of new services like selective dissemination of information, current awareness services, abstracting services, indexing services, translation services, all these are the areas of library and information work in which the application of PERT and CPM may be done. Next is reorganization of existing systems and services like adoption of newly revised classification schemes, moving to a new library building, etc. In these areas, PERT and CPM may be applicable. Construction of new library building, that is a project, and in this type of project, the PERTCPM technique may be applied. Major repairing, maintenance and overhauling of computer and cryptographic machineries and equipments of the libraries and information centers. These are very important areas in which the PERT and CPM techniques may be applied. Miscellaneous preparation of annual library accounts. This is also a project in which the program evaluation and review technique or critical path method may be applied. Initiation of new infrastructural facilities like computer laboratories, digital library, etc. These are the projects in which the PERT, program evaluation and review technique, and critical path method CPM may be applied. Libraries today are a widespread vital service institution. The new attitude of the public library is to carry its message out to the people who are still unaware about it and to serve the people who visit it in their pursuit of knowledge. The services of the public library are provided on the basis of equality of access for all, regardless of age, race, sex, religion, nationality, language, or social status. The four main functions of the library: to foster education, disseminate information, to provide scope for recreation, and promote culture. The planning and role setting of public library, published by American Library Association in 1987, identifies the roles of the public library like community information activities centers, community information centers, community activities center, formal education support center, independent learning center, preschoolers door to learning, reference library, and research center. Library services available throughout the world vary so much from country to country, from one area in the same country to another area, and from one city to another city, from one village to another village, or another one town to another town. As such, it is very difficult to draw a particular pattern of such services. However, they follow a broad but discernible pattern that has evolved over the last 150 years, the history of library and information science. Public libraries range in sizes from massive buildings with dozens of branches to small rural public libraries that occupy only one room. The services of the public library are designed to facilitate and invite use of resources and satisfy the reading goals of individuals of all ages and all groups of people. The services rendered are numerous and in most cases not easily measurable. The UNESCO Statistical Yearbook only mentions holdings, budgets, and personnel for public libraries in each nation, but say nothing about services. The services include organizing materials for ease of access and convenient use through cataloging, classification, self-arrangement, lending procedures that provide an equal opportunity for all patrons to use the materials, guidance to the user in finding the materials and using library resources, and stimulation of one regarding use of materials through publicity, display, reading list, story hours, books and films discussion, and planned reading programs. Other services include providing information services, both the persons who come to the library and who are unable to come to the library, but seeking information through telephone or writing letters, giving assistance to cultural, civic, and educational organizations in finding and using materials, sponsoring cultural programs in the library for children, young people, and adults, collecting special materials of interest to the community, borrowing materials on interlibrary loan, making computer searches, extending library services to all points of the community through branches, deposit stations, and book mobiles, organizing the library for earlier access and specialized services into subject departments and departments for age levels, and coordinating the library program with the educational cultural services in the community. Circulation service is a very important service. The borrowing of books for home lending is the most widely used of all the library facilities. Pursuing that, the reader has been helped by a proper reference service to choose the book he wants to read at home. The routine involved in allowing him to take it out to borrow should be clearly charted out and administered with precision. Next point is the main characteristics of a circulation control system, that is charging or discharging system. That charging and discharging system is a very important service point. The system must be simple for the public to use and for the library staff to understand and to operate with ease and speed. The system must be economical in relation to the total library budget. In the case of branch library operation, the system must be adaptable to the main library's operations. System should be adaptable to varying loan periods. And in case of branch library operation, the system should be permit return of books anywhere in the library system. The system should be able to identify materials loaned out, identify the borrower of the particular item, secure the return of the materials, provide the total number of cannot materials changed out, providing facilities to update the records, and to find out where the every book any given time being able to conveniently recall. There are the number of charging system use of running from writing out details of books borrowed, name of the borrower, name of the date, ledger, latest automated system using barcodes, books, reader cards, reading the all translation services, etc. The reservation of books is also an important point which is very much applicable for the libraries and information centers regarding the any kind of project, that is reservation of books is also an important point. Next is fine, overdue. These are the library activities. The interlibrary cooperation. Interlibrary cooperation is also an important point for library and information services. Next is reading room services. Libraries form a vital part of the world's system of education and information storage and retrieval. The contents of libraries have changed so much in the last 100 years that in addition to large collection of books, libraries possess wide variety of other materials that inform, educate, and entertain. These include newspaper, magazine, pamphlets, disc, and cassette tape recordings, films, videos, photographs, micro reproductions, maps and prints, computerized databases, and paintings. Added to these are special collection of materials. The main activity of the reading room manifests itself in the actual handling out of the resources of the library to the readers or users. Though open access helps the reader to locate the books properly as per their interest, the staff helps to locate the books of peripheral and interdisciplinary subjects. The range extends from merely handling over a book, that is casual reader, or a potential reader to systematic servicing of material to the serious scholar. The rules and regulations for the use of reading room should spell out the opening hours of the library, holidays of the year, etc. Prompt supply of books to the readers depends on the meticulous organization and arrangement, good and up-to-date catalog, and deploying of an intelligent and trained staff. A total stock of the library depends on financial, physical, and human resources and other factors. Where a rural library functioning from one room may have very small number of books catering to its immediate neighborhood. A large library may process lakhs of books, all departmentalized according to the reader's needs and administrative convenience. Though open access is the order of the day, quite a group of materials are held in closed access. The study facilities are provided in the form of ergonomically designed chairs and tables, proper lighting arrangement, and convenient long hours of study, study carrels, listening booths, viewing areas, and other aids. Newspaper services is an important service. Local newspapers and a few well-known newspapers of the country and from abroad funds according to permissible funds advocating different potential or political opinions to expose impartiality should be provided. The newspapers reading area should be as near the entry and exit points of the possible areas so that the users who come to read only newspapers do not walk around the other reading areas. Periodical section. Though the library may subscribe to a large number of periodicals, all of them cannot be displayed. Arrangements should be made to display those of the periodicals which are constantly on demand and arrange the others in some convenient manner so that they may be supplied on demand. However, in case of both newspapers and periodicals, information should be readily available with the staff looking after these areas regarding the number of titles of newspapers and periodicals subscribed and the old volumes held in the stack rooms. The readers using the reading room for consultation of books should be asked to leave the books on reading tables so that they may be shelved back properly by the library staff. So, shelving is also an important project for libraries and information centers. Shelving properly. Next is photocopying service. Photocopying is a form of making copies of parts of books, journals, newspapers, pamphlets, and other documents. This practice is a very valuable aid to the library user. For example, people on extensive work on a project may need material from parts of many books or journals, newspapers, or whatever, any kinds of documents. They can get copies of the information they need from each document. They have permanent possession of the material they need in form such reduced from bulk of dozen documents. Next is the in case of periodical or journal or any kind of document, the photocopying facility, copyright laws must be kept in mind. Besides photocopying services, libraries provide microfilm and microfiche services. That is also an important service. Next point is self the career guidance cell. Career guidance cell is an important point for libraries and information centers. And the last but not the least, microfilm is a compact, can be indexed easily, allows inexpensive transfer of information that is in printed format that is economical to duplicate. The next point is application of PERT and CPM in library and information work. Program evaluation review technique and critical path method. Introduction of new services like selective dissemination of information services, current awareness services, abstracting services, indexing services, translation services. All these services are the library services and information services. And in case of all these services, the PERT CPM techniques, project management techniques may be applied. Reorganization of existing systems and services like adoption of newly revised classification schemes, moving to a library building, and construction of a new library building. These are the projects in which the PERTCPM techniques, project management techniques, may be applied. Major repairing work, maintenance work, overhauling work of computer and reprographic machineries and equipment are the projects in which the PERT and critical path method system project management techniques may be applied. Miscellaneous preparation of annual library accounts is also an important project in which the PERT and CPM methods may be applied. Initiation of new infrastructural facilities like computer laboratories, initiation of a digital library, initiation of an electronic library. These are the projects in which the PERT and CPM techniques may be applied. Both the PERT and CPM, program evaluation and review technique and critical path method, are invaluable methodologies in the realm of project management, each with distinct advantages and applications. While program evaluation and review technique excels in managing projects with high uncertainty and variable tasks, critical path method is best suited for projects with well-defined tasks and predictable durations. In modern project management, the integration of both methodologies is common. Project managers may utilize program evaluation and review technique for initial planning and risk assessment, followed by the application of critical path method for execution and monitoring. Understanding the strengths, understanding the weaknesses, and appropriate context for each approach enables project managers to enhance their capabilities and deliver successful projects in an increasingly complex and dynamic environment. As industries evolve and projects grow in complexity, the role of methodologies like PERT and CPM will continue to be central to effective project management and the successful achievement of organizational goals. Now, we shall discuss a few questions, multiple choice type questions. Question number 1. What is the full form of PERT? There are 4 options. Option A, project evaluation and review technique. Option B, project examination and review technique. Option C, program evaluation and revival technique. Option D, program evaluation and review technique. The correct answer is option D, program evaluation and review technique. Question 2. What is the full form of CPM? Number A, crucial path method, and follow the books. Thank you all.